So let us talk about a display model in C++, means why we are talking about graphics and what are the graphics model and various examples we are going to see. So why we are bothering with graphics and GUI, because it's very common. Even if you write a conventional PC applications, you will have to deal with the graphics, and it is quite useful for instance feedback and graphic functions and displaying results. It can actually illustrate and demonstrate some useful concepts and techniques. So it can only be done when you are using some good language features, and it can be non-trivial to get these key concepts, such as it's worth teaching. If you don't show how it's done, you might think it was a magic. So you have to show it, and graphic it will be a rescue and fun for you. WYSIWYG, what does it mean? What you see is what you get. Means you need GUI or graphics because in your code, whatever you do, you want it on your screen. There has to be a direct correspondence between concepts, code, and output. Concepts you make for a solution, then you code for a solution, and then you see the solution. This is a simple display model. For example, you have this window and you attach a shape with it, say square, and then this is the display engine which actually draws. Objects like graphs, they are attachable to your window. These graphs, they are attachable to your window, and the display engine, it invokes display command. For example, draw line from some point to some point for the objects in the window. An object such as this square, they contain vector of lines or say text for the window to draw. This is the simplest display model. We have we should have everything in our main. So this using namespace graphlib, this means we use our graphics interface library. For point, obviously, this is one point. And we are making a simple window with Win. We use this canvas for it, and this is the breadth and height, and we also named it. Then we make a shape called polygon. Then we add 3 points to the polygon because we already initialized the point. So point 1, point 2, point 3 we add. Then we set the color. Make the polygon say red here, and now we connect this polygon to our window, this Win, and then we give control to the display engine. This display engine, how do we do it? Win.wait for button. This is the resulting screen of simple polygon which we have just made on the canvas. So you'll be using a few interface classes interfacing to a popular GUI kit, that is graphical user interface. You also have FLTK, a flashlight toolkit, and there are various installation for FLTK and GUI and graphic classes and project settings. All those things which Jane Stroustrup has recommended. And this model is somewhat simpler than a common toolkit interfaces, FLTK, and our interface means Stroustrup interface library is of these number of classes, less than 20 classes and less than 500 lines of code. So you can really write a lot of code with these classes, and you can build more classes on them. The code is portable as far as FLTK and GUI is concerned, and this model extends to more graphics and GUI uses. And also you can have your more ideas made on them. This is how the structure goes on. This is your code, interface library, and graphics or GUI library if you are talking about FLTK, and then OS, and this is the screen. So often this is called a layered architecture. The y coordinate, it goes downwards. This is your y coordinates, right down. And coordinates identify pixel in the window on the screen. So you can resize the window, changing this max and y max, x max, y max. So interface classes are like this. This arrow means this is a kind of. So simple window is a kind of window. Line, polygon, rectangle, text, they are a kind of shape. This color, line style and point, they are utility classes used by other classes. And window is our interface to the GUI library, which is our interface to the screen. And these interfaces classes I just mentioned here, we have color, line style, font, point, window, simple window, shape, text, polygon, lines, rectangle, etc. and axis. And this is quite easy to add. Grid, block chart, pie chart you can add. And then you can also have button in box or box. This is a simple demo. We want to get access to the graphic system and you need to install that. So this includes simple window.h. This is systems window. Then you have graphical shapes, graph.h. You are using namespace, making names variable. And inside your main, you can have your stuff. This is screen coordinate. For example, we have 100 by 100 in top left corner of the window. Okay, this is 100 by 100. Say 100 by 100. And then the width and height. So we wait for the button then display. This is a simple button you can make. Then for access, means you have to have access, use name point, and an axis of the kind is actually the kind of shape. So axis X, this means horizontal. This is the starting point. This 280 is actually the length. 10 notches, these are the notches, means tick marks, and this text means x-axis. So we set the label for canvas number 2, attach it to the window and wait for the button, and this is the result. This is how we make the axis. Then we have this set label canvas 3, and I already told you what all are these. We change the color, choose a color for the axis. That is set color. We are choosing a color for the text. So we make it dark red, attach to the window, wait for the button, and this is our cyan line. So this is a programming aspects, and you can make it much more beautiful as per your convenience. Then we have for canvas number 4 demo code. This is function sine. So this plots the sine curve in the range 0 to 100 with point 0, 0 starting at 20 and 150, using 1000 points, and we are scaling the values to 50 and x to 50, y to 50. Attaching this sine function and waiting for the button. And this is our sine. So we have made to call this axis and made the graph also. So this was the basic idea how graphics you can use in C++ and C++14. Thank you so much. Take care.